Long ago, there were two kingdoms in Yogyakarta named Prambanan and Pengging Kingdom. Prambanan Kingdom was ruled by a giant named Prabu Baka. He has a knight named Gupala. He is smart but like to interfere the Prambanan royal family. Prabu Baka also has a very beautiful daughter named Roro Jonggrang. Pengging Kingdom led by Prabu Damarmaya. He has a son named Bandung Bondowoso. One day, Prabu Baka and Prambanan Kingdom troops attack Pengging Kingdom. Prabu Damarmaya ordered Bandung to negotiate with them. Bandung proposes two negotiations for peace and territory boundary. Prabu Baka, who under Gopala bad influence, angry and attacked Bandung Bondowoso with his keris. He felt that the territory boundary is not fair for Prambanan Kingdom. With his power, Bandung can avoid Prabu Baka's keris and make it kill Prabu Baka. And then there was a very big war between Prambanan and Pengging Kingdom. Gopala was panicked because Prabu Baka was dead. He immediately ran back to Prambanan Kingdom and inciting Roro Jonggrang. Your Highness, His Majesty was killed by Bandung Bondowoso. He killed His Majesty sadistically, he said with a very sad voice. You should never agree on everything about this kingdom with him, Your Highness. Yeah, I know what I should do to people who kill my father, Roro says. Bandung Bondowoso wants to continue the negotiation with the heir of Prambanan Kingdom, Roro Jonggrang. So he came to one of the halls in the Prambanan Kingdom, but everything he proposes is rejected by Roro Jonggrang. Princess Roro Jonggrang, I am Bandung Bondowoso of Pengging Kingdom. I come here to negotiate with you about peace and territory boundary. I will never agree about peace and everything between Prambanan and Pengging Kingdom. Never, Roro answered firmly. After thinking for a while, Bandung says, how if we marry? Besides expanding Pengging Kingdom territory, he wants to marry Roro Jonggrang. He loves her from her first sight. Marriage was a very common way at that time to expand kingdom territory. I don't even agree with your negotiation before, and now you ask me to be a wife? Only in your wildest dream, Prince Bandung. Bandung was rejected by Roro Jonggrang. Outside the Prambanan Kingdom, there was still a war between the Prambanan Kingdom and Pengging Kingdom. Gopala saw that Prambanan troops were getting less and less. He ran to Roro Jonggrang and whispers in her ears. Your Highness, please agree to marry him. Our troops are no less than 15 people. 15 people? How can it be? But I don't want to marry him, Gopala, Roro Jonggrang says in a tiny voice. Let's just make it very impossible request to fulfill, Your Highness. Ask him to make 1,000 temples and a well in a night. It is very impossible for him to fulfill it. Trust me, Your Highness. After that, Gopala went out from the hall and Roro Jonggrang continuing her negotiation with Bandung Bondowoso. Prince Bandung, I think that I have changed my mind. Do we agree about the peace and territory boundary? Not that one, but I agree to be your wife. But I want you to make 1,000 temples and a well named Jalatunda. Can you? 100 temples and a well in a night? It's easy. Bandung confidently agrees to Roro Jonggrang's request. In a few hours, he finished a well named Jalatunda. Roro was shocked when she saw Bandung progress. Gopala asked her to strike Bandung. Roro immediately ran to Bandung. Can you check inside the well, Bandung? Why? Just to make sure that everything is good. Okay. After Bandung went down, Roro asked Gopala to close the well with stones. Fortunately, Bandung can't get out of the well with his magic. Why do you close the well with stone? I'm sorry, Bandung. I forget that you are down there, Roro Jonggrang lies. Ah, okay. Let me continue to build the temples. You can go back to your palace. After that, Roro Jonggrang and Gopala went back to the palace. In a few hours, Gopala informs Roro Jonggrang that Bandung Bondowoso was almost finished 100 temples. Roro panicked and asked Gopala to call out all of her servants to burn a lot of firewood in the east and wake all the roosters up. Hearing all the roosters crowing sound, all of Bandung's ghost troops disappear. They have not built the 1,000 temples yet. Then Roro came to Bandung Bondowoso. You cannot finish my wish, right? Roro asked Bandung Bondowoso arrogantly. Yeah, and it is your fault, Bandung said. Actually, I don't want to be a wife. Suddenly, Bandung's ghost troops appear and said, You have to accept your consequences, Roro. And then they turned Roro into a statue without hearing what Bandung Bondowoso said. But when Roro Jonggrang almost totally changed into a statue, Prambanan Kingdom's troops, who are still alive, tried to stop Bandung's ghost troops. They said that Roro Jonggrang did not know the fact that her father was not killed by Bandung Bondowoso. Not only that, they also explained that Gopala affected Roro Jonggrang to trick him. Gopala, who heard their conversation, was panicked. He was afraid that Bandung Bondowoso's ghost troops would turn him into a statue or kill him. He immediately ran away from the Prambanan Kingdom. He thinks that running away from problems can make him safe, but he was wrong. He never lived in peace after he ran away from the Prambanan Kingdom. He always worried all the time about the punishment that he would receive. The end.